Okay, good morning, everyone. Warm welcome to our Board Master, Hualien Dharma team, brother and sister around the globe to this Saturday Hualien Dharma Talk. Very good morning. Today, I'm Sister Mabel. I will be doing the opening today. Okay, okay. So I will be sharing a short acceptance speech from Master. So each time I listen to a case sharing, the only constant is one word, suffering. Whether it is poverty or illness, it is all suffering. A family with disharmony and many worries is also a form of suffering. There are many different kinds of suffering in life. Therefore, the world needs infinite Bodhisattva. Bodhisattva should have wisdom and good thoughts. Only by practicing and putting into action can we get close to sentient beings. To transform their minds is to transform sentient beings. Okay. So this one is from the Global Diligence Day on March.感恩 for master teaching. Now let us send our sincere prayers into the 10th direction. May the Saha land be free from disaster and peace will be well in the world. Let us sing the prayer song with sincere piety. Okay, let's put our hands together.
In my heart, I feel deep gratefulness. All my heart is filled with sincere prayer. From all corners of the world, let us join our hearts and pray for a world of harmony and peace. In my heart, I feel deep gratefulness. May all the Buddhas hear my prayer. All united with one heart, let us end our hate with love. May there be no suffering hereafter.
Okay. So may all minds be purified, may there be peace in the community, and may there be no disaster in this world. Okay. Let us pray for our universal love and blessing. Put our palms together. With loving respect, gratitude, and confidence, let us wish every person in our lives a healthy body, an enlightened mind, and total fulfillment in universal love. Now let us expand this consciousness to include every person in the world, every being in the universe, Let us unify our love, make this wonderful world even better. Let us all immerse ourselves in the joyful embrace of universal love. Okay. So before we hear the wonderful sharing, let us invite our Dharma Master to lead us in paying homage to the Triple Gem. Let us pay our respect for this teaching and explanation to the Buddha and Master Cheng by making 3 sincere bows. Okay. So let's rise, palms together, and bow. First bow, second bow, and third bow, and a bow to our beloved Abode Master who joined us today. Okay. Okay, so this is our agenda today. We have Master Te Huang and Brother David Liu will be sharing. Okay, and then, so now over to Sister Su Ching. Sister?
Good
Is Sister
morning.
Choi Moon, yeah?
Yes, this is Sister
Yeah.
Moon. I will still be standing in for Sister
Oh, okay.
Yes, Kanan.
Okay,
today.
pass over to Sister Moon Kanan.
All right. Okay. So I will be reading Sister Su Ching's Dharma poem from last week's sharing. Right. The first will be Sister Su Ching's reading regarding senior Tzu volunteers from Taipei, passing down the Tzu spirit harmoniously.
Sister, you got your PPT?
Yes, I have.
You share screen first?
Do you want to, you can share the screen. I can also read. I do have it here, but you can share the screen maybe for everybody.
I don't have it here.
Oh, you mean whether I have the PPT?
Yeah. Do you have the summary PPT?
Yes, I have, but I don't know how to share.
It's okay. I will share for you, Sister Moon. Hold on for a while.
All right.
Okay. Can you see it now?
Yes, I can.
Okay.
Okay. From humble beginnings, they built a small toy shop with care, dreaming one day to create the toys that they would share. Through years of effort, their business began to expand. Yet troubles arose, testing the strength of their hand. A husband's addiction led to sorrow and strife. Gambling and speculating in stocks threatened their once peaceful life. But through Tzu Chi, he learned to change his way, finding contentment and gratitude to guide each day. Then fire struck, consuming their factory's space. Yet no lives were lost, just in time to replace. Grateful for safety, for help, and for aid, they gave thanks to all as their worries were laid. Embracing impermanence, they chose to give more. Leading with kindness, their spirits did soar. Through Dharma study and service, they opened new doors, inspiring 10 others to follow these shores. A scholar's donation, though small, was sincere. A young heart gave with compassion so clear. Through years of effort, their vision took flight. Businesses joined them to share in the light. Through earthquakes and storms, their will remained strong. Giving to others, they carried along. With wisdom and love, they lifted the weak. A life lived in service is the future they seek. The next one is by Brother Keong Chi Ho from Malaysia, sharing on the path of promoting vegetarianism. Brother Chiho looked at himself before and after this great change, healthier and lighter, though time had continued to rearrange. The simple 21-day challenge that began in just one land, now it has spread to 10 regions in a magnitude so grand. 16,000 people have already joined this course, discovering that plant-based eating has no real flaws. a single chef ignited an educational quest, bringing knowledge to help people at their best. A cookbook now preserves their meaningful journey tight, teaching better habits that truly feel so right. Plant-powered foodies created a space to connect, a platform where vegans could truly reflect. Veganuary spread across the world with great might. Millions now see plant-based living in a new light. Even fast food giants joined on the plan. Meat sales dropped 12.5% as the movement began. Pro-Veg now works toward a noble intent, aims to reduce meat consumption by 50%. Doctors now speak with voices so strong and wise, calling for change as awareness starts to rise. The next one is Brother Chris Chu from Malaysia on Bodhgaya, Beyond Physical Appearance. Bodhgaya appears old, with roads full of dust and decay. Villages in mud homes, life moving in a slow way. Cows roamed freely, rubbish scattered without much care. Jobs seem scarce, poverty lingers in the air. At first, Brother Chris judged from where met his eyes, comparing it all to his own ties. Why no factories? No industry or grand design? Why does education seem to be left behind? Yet, as he changed, his view did too. The same airport, yet it all felt new. Local volunteers, their faces seemed unchanged, but their hearts and minds had truly rearranged. A shift is needed, a new volunteer base. Professionals and leaders are needed to quicken the pace. The English class, once a simple space, now brings hope, lifting spirits with warm embrace. The Thai village stands with care and grace, yet old habits still hold their place. Can gratitude spark a shift so wide, or will the old ways still reside? Zero waste, zero meat, a future so bright. Zero beggars, zero dropouts, a guiding light. Alcohol and poverty still hold a chain, but change is coming despite the strain. A master's vision is set in motion with a seed in each heart. Using cause and effect, all volunteers do our part. The path is long, yet we will strive. With wisdom and love, we will keep hope alive. Kanan, brothers and sisters, for listening. Thank you very much.
And so much to Sister Trimun for reading the summary of last week's session prepared by our Sister Su Ching, who is currently serving in Lumbini. That's why she's unable to join us today. So a very good morning once again to all our brothers and sisters. We are very grateful today. We have Master De Huang, who has joined us. Good morning,
Hello.
Master De Huang.
Hi, good morning. Can you see? Is it too dark?
Yes, we can see you actually. Yeah, so today Master De Huang is going to continue to benefit all of us on the topic of why go vegan. And I think it aligns so well with the lessons that we have learned also from last week. And for all of us to continue to push the agenda of plant-based diet. So over to you, Master De Huang.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Good morning. Good afternoon, or good evening to all of you who might on different locations at this time, maybe. So anyway, without further ado, thank you. It's great to see all of you very diligently every day, and especially in this morning. You know, is very so touching that in this time. Normally we will have the sharing at night or evening. But for Dharma sharing, all of you always seize the time, and in this early in the morning before 7, you already start to killing the right Dharma in this group with all those crew members of the region. So anyway, since I just want to make a very quick question to all of us, include me. So do you think or do you agree that we all are like grown up eating meat or dairy or eggs while we are as a childhood? Do you think you might not to think twice about eating those foods? I think, include me, maybe people we don't think twice by eating those food when we were feeding all those foods when we were still as a child. So, and let me get to the next slide. Include those Kankara. For me, I think this is like I love these foods in the past, of course, and now thankful that I try to to not to get myself attached to this kind of sensation of the taste buds, and to just for relaxing or enjoying this kind of food, and so that I bring my own to create my happiness and to bring suffering to the all the animals pain. So I think this is grateful that because but I think in the past we will all believe that we've grown up believing something which is like normal, because this is the food that we can get everywhere in every places or in every shop that you preference to go for that. And like since yesterday, this is for our Chinese culture. I think all of us might know this is a Qingming festival, and I think yet and even is very essential why we slaughter the animals. It just want to make offering for our to when we went to visited our the ancestors senior family members who be passed away, and then we make offering to them. And this is normally in the past, when especially we are in the religions of Taoist, Dao, and then most of us will make offering by providing all kinds of animals like pigs or ducks or chicken, and also all sort of things, or maybe we are having sausages and all this kind of food to serve to visit our pass away ancestors. And I think this is, of course, once we join Tzu Chi, we know that we definitely have changed the way we make offering for our beloved one that who have passed away. So I think this is just like, no matter we are serving food or maybe we are burning the joss paper, which is create the environment problem. I think once we have joined Tzu Chi and listened to Master's teaching, I think all of us might have changed this kind of attitude as well. So I think, and even maybe some people might say, for the Qingming festival, maybe once a year we make offering a kind of animals to the our grand parents and all those relatives. But maybe for the animals, this is their everyday. They will celebrate. I can say, can I they will celebrate, or their memorial, their beloved cow mother or cow father, or the pig mothers, or the pig's father, or the chickens, or the hens, or the roosters. They are every day. When we look at this advertisement from the table, you can see this is like like you are making the propaganda for kind of different kind of you thought this is a good food for all of us, like steaks or maybe some very, very traditional old very good like kind of the steam meat or all kind of things. I think this is like, or maybe you are making a promotion for food like chicken, the chicken wings or drums or drumstick or whatever. This is like, oh, we're celebrating any kind of festivals, and this is like we are we are killing those animals for our celebration, all these festivities activities. I think this is very reality, happen every day in every moment or every second. So I just want to say that by eating meat or eggs or dairy doesn't mean this is very best choice for our health and also for the health of the world. I think this is a revelation has become clear in the midst that of the increasing the incidences of cancer and the heart disease, and alongside the clear risks of the climate change, as you can see from this short video clip. I think those detrimental impacts have been linked to the increase of the consumption of meat or the animal products in the world. So I put this title for my sharing today. Actually, I'm not going to only just share for this time. I might try to arrange another day for my second part or third part and to find out more information and try my best to get some information to share to all of you. Of course, you guys have a lot of good ideas where I can learn from. This is what exactly, but the veganism actually why we go for this. I think that there's some reason is to give this way of eating a try. It's just because I think veganism is about modifying consumption habit that cause harms to the animals, and no matter how great or small action that we do. So veganism, I think the main purpose is aimed to reduce the animal suffering and advocate for a more compassionate world by avoiding products made from animals. So this is I like to I would always like to show the video about all these cows, the mother cows, and who suffer when they give birth, and after the pregnancy for 10 months, and then finally the baby cow was born and then but within hours the baby was torn away by the staff and then to get some other purposes. So this is a very cruel thing happens every day, every second. So as such, a veganism diet is made out of a plant-based food option that replace products like meat, eggs, and cheeses that we love that so much for, especially for myself. I think this is the past before I tried turn to, to be like the getting the whole plant food without all those dairy products for my food. Yeah, so and going a step further, vegan lifestyle involves other consideration, like we wearing clothes made from the plants, such as a cotton, linen, or alternative materials like a fur leather. I think it's very cruel. This is in lieu of materials that result in the harm of the animals, like the wool come from sheep, and the leathers come from the cows or the lambs or the other animal skins. Um, and it's just like, as we know, our cities volunteer, no matter what gender you are, male or female, and we definitely have different types of clothes or uniforms that we have to wear according to different certain occasions that we carry out the volunteer services. So especially I just want to point out is the suit or the qipao that our volunteers definitely will be wear in the very formal occasions. But I just want to ask all of you who knows, because for me, I don't need to wear this uniform anymore since I've been renounced my day life. Yeah, thought before I was a commissioner as well. But are these uniforms that we, go with? Is it we are using this calf leather or the artificial leathers? is this a genuine one, or this is, the synthetic leather? So is it the Herten one? So include the shoes, no matter what brand that you get. Especially, I think for those, I just will have curious for those entrepreneurs, commissioners or volunteers, for those uniform, to the uniform that you wear. Are you using a very good, well-branded product which is made by the animals? Yeah, of course, this is the optional for all of you to make a choice of which kind of things that we want to wear for. But I just want to say, if you want to say we're good to the animals and good for the environmental, I think it's better to be a vegan, because this is include all those animal products that we are definitely refrain for using it. This is a very best choices that I can say. So because you can ask yourself, are we using, artificial or the real leather for our own coat, or the belt that we're having, or the handbags, or even for girls, for women, or even all kind of different shoes, or all those things, or the watches that we wearing, no matter you are wearing what kind of things. So I think animals play a notable but often is unseen role in our daily lives, because it's turned to this kind of products. So the industrial, agriculture, and the large corporations who employ the factory farming are very skilled at obscuring the horrifying condition animals endure. So it's often believed that if we, as consumer, knew where our meat, dairies, eggs, or other animal products came from, we wouldn't be able to stomach them, I think, or use them. So I think so very thanks for the eye-opening initiative, like we have the undercover investigation and the awareness campaign by some people who advocated the vegan lifestyles. Those people, we are getting more and more people who they let us to learn more about the unacceptable and the unhealthy condition in which the animals are to raise the way. So today I'm going to show, are we ready to learn more? What kind of thing is this effect of the real things that we can make a choice? So let us now I go through the first I want to share is about the milk, and why humans have evolved to drink milks, especially from animals. And I think here are some reasons why adopting a vegan or the plant-based lifestyle is the kindest and the most impactful choice we can make. So for animals, so and also for health and the planet as well. So this is never doubt that our human actually didn't started out being able to digest any animal's milk, but now many population do. Why has the evolution favored tolerating the dairy, and how the milk becomes such a pervasive commodity, and whether there are better place to get calcium? Because we might have a question to ask our aunt, or maybe we have been teach this kind, or we have been get this concept, and if you want to get a good calcium for your body, I think the best choice is from milk. Yeah. And I think the reason I want to show is just like marketing, because the milk has been marketed as this healthy product that people don't even really question. Since we were born as a baby, we will be powder form of milk from our baby since the infant. Yeah, and I think with milk, it is as essential part of a balanced diet that we get the message from the past. So we brought into all of this marketing. But when did it start? And have to go through the history, which is a real history, and how did the milk win its stable status in our fruit universe? I think this is very clear. If you find out more, you will know. Oh, I'm very lucky I got a book, which is they told me that actually the reason why we so evolved by drinking milk from the past history, they show us this is after the World War II, or even the World War One as well, helped turn the milk into a staple of the, especially from the Western country like America or the Britain or in France and so on. Actually, I got a book and also got the video that shows us that the U.S. had the school milk program and the milk in school since the beginning of the central War II, especially they needed to boost production in order to send to the soldiers overseas. But farmers weren't producing enough to meet this demand because they weren't enough. So the government decided, great, we will create demand for milk by giving milk to kids, and that way we will have sorry, is anyone can continue to hear my sharing, or how many minutes that I have left? Stop my sharing just now.
We can hear you, Master. We can hear you.
Can I continue?
Yes.
Can I continue?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I got a problem for my screen. I thought I was offline.
Oh no,
Okay.
Master, your timing is until 7:10, so there's
I
still about 15 minutes to go.
This is so the wall was
Shifu, we are not seeing your slides though. Apologies, I think there's some loss of
Can
signal
I
over at
continue
the
my
abode.
sharing?
Yes, please do. Okay, Shifu is back. Can you continue your sharing by sharing your slide, Shifu?
Sorry.
It's okay.
Okay. I think I got the. Excuse me. Is it okay?
It's still not appearing yet. Shifu, maybe you can switch off your video. Can already.
Okay.
Yeah, we are seeing the slides again. Oops,
Wait.
又掉了。
Okay. Never mind. I just redo again. Wait. I just read. Oh, today. Have to pray for. Wait. Okay, let me show my slides now. Yeah, I think I changed my location and it is okay, but all right. Okay, it's okay now.
Yes. Yes, Sifu.
Okay, so I just want to continue. And so the war was part of the convenience, and it's also part of its as people moved to the city and the women started working away from home. So the cow's milk becomes seen as a convenient way to give babies nutrition if the women weren't able to be at home breastfeeding all the time. So, and as the dairy industry grows, farmers have an incentive to try to boost demand with government subsidies of dairy. So this is the history, which is one of the reasons that we get the marketing at that time, at the era of the World War II, and started to boost this kind of a large demand from the milk or the dairy products. Yeah. So, and of course, I got a video.
What if I told you that everything you thought you knew about milk was a lie? We're told that milk is important for a strong, healthy body. And if you stop consuming dairy, most people will turn around and say, wait, how are you going to get your calcium? But everything we've been led to believe is a product of marketing, advertising, and government collusion. This is how the dairy industry lied to the world. The consumption of milk began during the domestication of animals. However, for all of human existence before this point, we didn't consume milk from any other species except our own. Cow milk consumption didn't become a recommended staple of our diet until the early to mid-20th century. During the First World War, governments sent powdered and tinned milk overseas for the Allied troops. Due to this, significantly higher quantities of milk needed to be produced, and consequently many farmers began growing their dairy herds or breeding more animals into existence and turning the diversified farms solely into dairy farms. After the war ended, the demand for dairy products dropped dramatically, but the supply of milk remained just as high. However, instead of reducing the production of milk, the industry worked with the government to increase the amount of milk being consumed instead, by creating the idea that milk is important and necessary for human health and development. This led to huge advertisement campaigns promoting dairy consumption and free milk for all children in schools. In the US, the federal government recommended that children should drink 4 glasses of milk a day. But despite this, there was still a huge surplus of dairy products, and so the government began buying products from the industry and storing them in vast warehouses. Then in 1977, the government set out a new subsidy policy that poured $2 billion into the dairy industry in just 4 years, with the purpose of buying the huge surplus of dairy products. Adjusted to today's figures, that's the equivalent of over $6 billion, all whilst the dairy industry was also being subsidized with even more money from the taxpayer. In essence, the unknowing taxpayer was driving down the cost of dairy production, allowing for more milk to be produced, which perpetuated the problem of a surplus that was then bought back by the government using even more tax money. To this day, the US government still buys surplus dairy products from dairy farmers. However, in 1983, the dairy industry also lobbied Congress to get them to change the rules so that they could create the dairy checkoff, a scheme where dairy farmers pay into a pot of money that, among other things, is then used for promotional campaigns and to work with fast food chains for them to use more cheese and dairy in their products. All of which is overseen and agreed upon by the USDA, the government department that also sets out the nutritional guidelines. How can it be right that the government department which works with and is lobbied by the agricultural industry is also the same department that sets out the food guidelines? Does anyone else think that something isn't quite adding up here? To make matters worse, in 2018, the US government bailed out the dairy industry with a further $1 billion of taxpayers' money, simply because the industry made less money throughout 2017. So what is going on? And we all know the slogans such as
Milk, it does a body good.
but on closer inspection, does this actually hold true? A meta-analysis looking at studies with hundreds of thousands of participants and published in the Journal of Bone and Mineral Research found no overall association between milk intake and decreased risk of hip fractures in women, even at high intakes. And Harvard researchers discovered that drinking milk could even increase the risk of hip fractures in men. Another review of 47 studies, including over 1 million participants, showed that men who ate the most dairy products were up to 65% more likely to develop prostate cancer, whilst those in a plant-based diet were 36% less likely to develop it. And a study following 53,000 North American women over 8 years showed that those who were drinking 2 to 3 cups of cow's milk a day, which is what the current USDA guidelines recommends, increase their risk of breast cancer by as much as 70 to 80%, whilst replacing dairy milk with soy milk was associated with a 32% reduced risk of breast cancer. We have been fed a lie that is killing humans, killing animals, killing the planet, and costing us billions in tax money at the same time. There is nothing in dairy that we can't get from plants, with the calcium found in many plant foods such as kale and broccoli even having better absorption than calcium from cow's milk. And why would we need to drink the milk from another animal who has to have a baby in order to produce milk, and whose baby we need to remove in order to get the milk? And why cow's milk? Why don't we need dog milk, or dolphin milk, or rhino milk? Is it not weird that we wean off our mother's milk and then wean onto someone else's mother's instead? Especially considering that around 65 to 75% of the world is lactose intolerant anyway, and those who are not intolerant are only so because of a genetic mutation. Thankfully, society is waking up and recognizing the absurdity and horror of the dairy industry. In the US, milk consumption has declined by 40% since the 1970s, and in the UK, the decline is 50% in the same period, with this decline accelerating in more recent years. This has caused great concern to the dairy industry, and so with a changing market and trends showing an increasing decline in milk consumption, how has the industry responded? Maybe diversifying and swapping to plant-based production? Oh no. Instead, they're turning their focus to exporting more dairy products to countries in Asia, the area of the world with some of the highest rates of lactose intolerance and who currently have among the lowest rates of breast cancer, prostate cancer, and osteoporosis. You see, the dairy industry doesn't care about you or anyone else. For the past 100 years, the dairy industry has manipulated us, lied to us, and colluded with the government to make more money at our expense, the planet's expense, and of course, the animals' expense. But for the dairy industry, their lie has been found
sorry
out,
for the time
and their days are
I'm
numbered.
taking too long for the
Got
movie,
milk?
the
Not for
video,
much longer.
but actually I think it will describe more clear than what I want to say. So this is why I always like to show the video that I get it from the internet, from the Google. And yeah, I think that we have a lot of our optional choices placed on to, you know,
Sifu, I think we're experiencing slow Wi-Fi again, and Sifu has dropped off. Sifu,
did I start my sharing just now?
Yeah. I
For,
think it
for how
hang
long?
again,
Sorry.
师傅。hang，刚
Yeah,
才那
yeah,
个
yeah.
画
I
面
think
hang 了。
yeah, yeah, yeah. For how long I've been stop my sharing?
No, just
Is
less
it
than,
okay?
just about 20 seconds.
How about you? You
Is-
continue. Can see my slides now? Can you see my
No,
slides?
no, we can't see your slide.
Okay. All right. Okay. Sorry. I resend again. Wow. What happened to today? Okay. I think I just changed a new place and then maybe it will get. How about now? Can you see? See the
Yes, 师
slides?
傅, we can see your slides again.
Oh, okay. Done. So I have few minutes left. So okay, I have to be
Yes,
quick. So I think this is like, is it cheese vegetarian friendly? I think what makes cheese not friendly. Actually, I just want to show what makes cheese not vegetarian, because as we know, for some of you might know, the rennet is used to coagulate the milk, separating the milk into curds and whey, the 乳清跟那个凝固牛奶. So I think because when we want to get this rennet, this is kind of the enzyme that famous for the cheese making, which is you have to get it from the small little cow, baby cow. The calf normally we call them. So this is the main factor that makes cheese non-vegetarian is the presence of the rennet, is the enzyme that helps to curdle the milk and turn it into cheese. So rennet is a traditionally made from the stomach lining of the slaughter cows or other animals, which make it not a vegetarian. So actually, I got this video to show you and how this
First step is getting the calf
rain they
stomach.
get it from.
The
So
calf needs to still be drinking milk because
yeah.
once calves are weaned off milk, they stop producing the rennet enzymes which coagulate the milk into curd. The stomach displayed here is from a calf that died at birth. This calf stomach has been shredded a little bit at the rumen end, but the abomasum, which is the part that contains the rennet, is still okay. The second step is to identify and isolate the calf's abomasum. Calf stomachs have got 4 chambers: the rumen, reticulum, omasum, and abomasum, which is also called the true stomach. The reticulum can be identified from the outside since it has a circular shape and a stiff rubbery texture. The abomasum, which is the part we need, is connected to the intestines. The rumen is this shredded part here. It was connected to the esophagus. The omasum is small and difficult to locate from the outside. Identification of the stomach chambers becomes more obvious when the calf stomach is cut open, since each stomach chamber has a different surface pattern. This image shows close-up shots of each stomach chamber surface pattern. Cut the calf stomach open, identify the abomasum, and separate the abomasum from the other stomach chambers. Third step is to rub salt into the abomasum surface. Usually food particles would need to be cleaned from the abomasum, but in my case this isn't necessary since this calf died at birth. The abomasum contains a gooey substance. I've left it there since I heard it contains rennet enzymes. Fourth step is to attach the abomasum to a screen with a needle and some string and leave it to dry in a suitable location. Leave it for a day or two until it's dry. Note that it probably doesn't need to be dried perfectly since it will end up being packed in salt anyway. Fifth step is to cut the dried abomasum into pieces and pack it into a jar with salt. These dried pieces of calf abomasum contain enough rennet to make many batches of cheese. Dried calf abomasum will store packed in salt like this for many years. To use this rennet, take a couple of pieces of dried abomasum and leave them in a glass of whey or water overnight. In this video, I've used whey. The next day, pour the solution into milk that has been prepared for coagulation. It may take half an hour or so for the curd to set. Dried abomasum pieces themselves can also be added to the milk to coagulate it.
Okay, I think I have to stop
I only
now.
harvested rennet from a calf's
To
stomach
be
like this.
honest, this is the traditional way to make the cheese making by using the animal's rennet and to curd the milk into, to the form size. So I think, but now, of course, nowadays you can say, oh yeah, master, today this time we will have the animal rennet or the organic vegetable rennet, or maybe not organic. So don't worry, we can buy you a vegetarian rennet to make a cheese so they can be safe to eat. But I tell you, if you want to be a vegan, so you definitely cannot eat those things. Why? Because, however, because we know some cheeses are made with vegetable rennet or the microbial enzyme instead, the animal rennet. But when making them suitable for the vegetarian, no, this is not true. It is important to note that not all the vegetarian cheeses are vegan, because while the vegetarian cheeses are made without animal rennet, we are using the content of the animal products like eggs or maybe some milk fat put into this kind of ingredients as well to make the cheese. So this is not suitable for the vegan person to eat, but you can be a vegetarian. So I think these ingredients make them suitable for vegan, but without not suitable for all the vegan. So to how to identify the animal rennet in cheeses, so it's very clear that if you are unsure whether a particular type of cheese contains animal rennet or the vegetarian rennet, the best way is to find out is to look at the label. So many brands will clearly state on their packaging whether they are used traditional rennet or the vegetarian rennet in their production process. If there's no mention of rennet on the label, then you can assume that it contains the animal rennet and therefore isn't suitable for the vegetarian or the vegans. So there you have it. The cheese isn't necessary for vegetarian after all to ensure that our cheese is not suitable for the vegan as well. I think this is very clear. But last but not least, I think we do have a vegan cheese options, because this is nowadays we very lucky for us that we have all kind of different ingredients can substitute to replace the animal products, which is we can, on the other hand, we have the vegan cheeseburger, which is completely free from animal products and therefore is more widely has been accepted by the vegans who are looking for the daily optionals, like we using pigs or the coconut milk, or even for the cashew nut, the yaogu, and so on. So the last but not least is like we are veganism, of course, for all the food or the lifestyle approaches is far from perfect. Is maybe you can it's not taste like the real animal meat that you have or the fresh. But I tell you, while all these industries surrounding the animal agricultures are non-environmental abuses. So when we chant the Amitabha, I think this is like we are blessing ourselves. Maybe we want to become a future Buddha for one day. But is this true that this is what we want to ask for our future? If you want to go for the Western land, is it the future Earth look like this? This is like we are really damaged, or bring a very great damage for our own planet by eating all these animals' food. So naturally, the goal for the church to become veganism, I think, is one of the best things to reduce as much harm as possible for our planet. So thank you for your time. Sorry, I've been over 4 minutes. And thank you. I know they have a more exciting sharing from our brother Liu Sibo. I know you are already online. And I'm sorry for the offline just now due to the internet is not stable at the board here. So anyway, thank you for your time, and I'm looking forward next time to get more information for all of you to share why you want to go vegan. Thank you, and everyone, wish you all have a good
And
day. Thank you.
Cảm ơn so much to Master Te Huang for shedding so much light on the need for all of us to make good choices or better choices in our daily living by going vegan. Cảm ơn so much. So before we pass the platform over to Brother David. Good morning, Brother David, who is already here with us. Can we all switch on our video so that we can capture a group photo with Master Te Huang before Master Te Huang leaves for the day? Brother and sisters, is it convenient for all of you to switch on your video? Cảm Okay. All right. Perhaps for the others, not so convenient. So maybe Sister Effie can help us take a group photo. Or Sister Mabel, are you taking the group photo? Okay. Cảm Okay. Cảm so much, Sister
Done.
Mabel or Sister Effie.
Done.
And all right. Mindful the time now is 7:16, and we will quickly move over to Brother David Liu and see what wisdom insights is he bringing us on this morning. Cảm over to you, Brother David.
Okay, good morning, everybody. Malaysian Bodhisattva.
Good morning. Good morning.
So many Malaysian Bodhisattva, huh? Long time no see. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear.
Okay. Long time no see. Everybody is very busy. Me too. So when Sister Su Ching asked me whether can give sharing, she gave me some days. Yeah. This month or next month, yeah. I choose the earliest one today. That means today. Although I'm very busy, but I have to fully use all my time efficiently. So I choose today. Yeah. Because I don't want to accumulate my working. So if you accumulate too many works, the works will give you pressure. That means the working pressure, right? So this is my way to use time. Always do the things very fast. Even when I was in foreign, like the last month I went to Vietnam. That means 1.5 months ago. Yeah, when I was in Vietnam, some brother sister called me to give sharing, and they want to confirm the date. Okay. After once confirmed, I immediately to arrange my time and confirm the ticket, everything in Vietnam, So when some brother and sister beside me, when I was in Vietnam, they said, still early, still have 1.5 months to 2 months. Why are you so early to finish these things? I said, no, because I'm very busy. So anything come to me, I have to do it and finish it as soon as possible. Because if I don't do it, I don't arrange it fastly, then I will accumulate so many appointments. So I prefer to solve immediately one by one. So no any working pressure in my mind. This we can see. Even I'm very busy, I'm very comfortable. Yeah, I'm not rushed. Yeah, this is the way I use my time. So these few days, so many people ask me whether we have the disaster relief for Myanmar and Thailand. But as you know, the Myanmar government, when the disaster happened at the very beginning, the Myanmar government, the Taiwanese and Japanese rescue team already stand by there. I think the next day already stand by, but the Myanmar government declined Taiwanese and Japanese rescue team. I think this is something to do with the politics. So yesterday I share with so many brothers and sisters in my group. I said, compare with the Cambodia. We have so many good opportunity, charity opportunity, or the medical mission opportunity in Cambodia. Yeah, because different government, different mindset. Cambodia also very rely on China, same as Myanmar. But Cambodia Prime Minister Huang, we knew each other a long time ago, more than 15 years ago. From 15 years ago, we start to be partnership to organize the medical missions in so many different places in Cambodia, and also do the rice distribution partnership with the Humanese organization. And also, I remember 2 times we also cooperated with Humane's wife. She's also very friendly. So the Humane also rely on China, but when the Humane always ask his team, give fully support with Su Ching. So we have so many. I think in June we have another medical mission in Cambodia. A few months ago, I went to Cambodia also the medical mission conducted by Kuala Lumpur, right? So compare with Myanmar government and Cambodian government, because of the government is different. So the opportunity is something different. Okay, like this Myanmar. Few days ago, we had meeting with Master, and Master already finalized the principle and direction of this disaster relief. The first one is this time we don't have international disaster relief because, as you know, our rescue team declined by Myanmar government, Japanese rescue team as well. Okay. Then the second one is a few years ago, our working permit didn't pass by Myanmar government. That means we cannot do any home visit or any distribution in Myanmar, especially our liaison office and another one, somebody donated to Tzu Chi, we call it culture, Tzu Chi 人文中心呐，Tzu Chi Culture Center. Both of them are closed already, cannot run because we don't have the working permit. Even you want to do charity works, that's your own business, but you cannot wear uniform. So this is the difficult situation for Tzu Chi in Myanmar. This is the second reason. The third reason is under this bad situation, we don't have enough manpower. Few days ago, I saw the photo. The local volunteer team went to survey the disaster. Only few volunteers wear 蓝天白云, the blue uniform. Majority of the volunteers are casual wear because they are not Tzu Chi volunteer. But this is they were invited by our Tzu Chi commissioner. So this kind of the best situation, Master knows very well. So she finalized the guideline, yeah, and the principle. This time we don't have international disaster relief. As you know, I think that is 20 years ago, I think, right? There is a big hurricane happen in Myanmar. Uh, that time, our Binan volunteer went there to assist them. But this time, Master make decision no done by local people. Because even foreigner, they want to enter Myanmar, we have to apply visa. Also difficult. So in Buddhism to say this is we call the affinity is not good. 因缘不具足啦. So many people ask me how to do. I say no. You still if you want to donate the money, you just donate to Su Ching Foundation. And so far, the way we are doing is we ask local volunteer try to buy the living material from the local. Because in terms of this situation, also by the Myanmar government's problem, even you want to ship out goods and enter Myanmar, this is also complicated. Okay, better we make it simple. Okay, maybe we send the money. I don't know how to send the money, send the funds to Myanmar, our Tzu Chi volunteer, and ask them buy the living material from the local. This will make the things simple, easier. So this is the way we are doing now. But because a few days ago, our local team already went to the disaster area to survey, to investigate. So we still have to wait. Those survey team finish the survey and report to master. Let master know the disaster situation objectively and comprehensively. Then master can make the accurate and final decision how to do the relief in this time the Myanmar earthquake disaster. So this is the new information for everybody of you. Okay. This also gives us a lesson, you know. Any Tzu Chi contact point or branch office as well. You have to train the volunteer. You have to recruit the volunteer and members as well in normal day. That means every day you have to do this 菩萨大招生 right? You recruit more members, then you have more funds. You recruit, you train so many volunteers, then something happened, disaster happened, you have sufficient manpower. For example, Minduru, I think this is 2 months ago, right? Minduru, 2 or 3 months ago, right? Minduru has a big floods, but Minduru's manpower is not enough. Small contact point only, right? But Minduru is under Kuala Lumpur branch office conduct. That KL branch is very powerful. And this power can cover to the East Malaysia, Minduru. Okay, Minduru, this is a big disaster. We want to help. We want to do something. And Minduru manpower not enough. Okay, no problem. KL branch office. We try to invite more people. Go there to assist them. Because this is also an opportunity for us to cultivate our fortune. 跟福田呐. So in normal days, Kuala Lumpur branch office already have very good training system and also very, very hard to recruit the volunteer or members and members. So as you know, right, more than 200 volunteers from KL branch office to Minduru to help them, right? So the contact point, not enough manpower, no problem. as long as each headquarter, each branch office, KL branch is very powerful. So still can cover them. But these kind of things must be prepared in normal days. That's why we always say, 外行看热闹，内行看门道啊。对，好，这要怎么翻译啊？Okay, the normal people always see the things outlook, right? But the expert, he view the things from inside, from the truth. So for me to say, somebody, wow, it's incredible. From Kuala Lumpur, there are more than 200 volunteers. Go fly to Mindoro. They pay their own ticket. They pay their own accommodation. Everything, wow, so powerful, so incredible. For me to say, 本来就是这样子. It should be, because in the normal day we see Kuala Lumpur branch office, everything is under very good condition, under very good system. So we can estimate if in the future something happen, not only in Kuala Lumpur branch office, but also in very far place, East Malaysia, the small contact point, small contact point office, liaison office as well. No problem. Like now, some other countries, disaster happen. Even they are branch office, but they still cannot do it. For example, few months ago, LA is a big flood, right? It's a very serious flood, right? But what we can do? Of course, we cannot do we cannot do very big scale. Although we have photo from our branch office in Southern California, but we can see this too small scale because this is very big disaster. So the relief work we do must be very big scale as well. But no choice because we don't have enough manpower there. In the normal day, you can see this phenomenon when disaster happen. But we can know very well before the emergency disaster happen. We can see how you recruit the member, how big efforts you recruit the members, you recruit the volunteers. We can see. So that's why we say 外行看热闹，内行看门道啊。Okay. So like Cambodia, this good prime minister, he was graduated from 美国西点军校，我不知道英文怎么念的。The Army School, the Army University, West Point.
Military
Yeah.
military school.
Military 什么 college?
Military college 啊，对
Military college.
West Point.
West Point. Very
Yes.
famous, right? So he had long-term view. And she is, sorry. And he is also very considerate and compassionate to the people. That's why before disaster happened, in normal days, he and his wife know in small province, 在那个什么一些 in some small poor province, they organize the medical mission, they organize the rice distribution. Yeah. So this kind of government, when big disaster happen, no problem. Because before the disaster, they already do so many things nice. No. So in Myanmar, I don't say the master, even even me, I can know in the advance, you know. Yeah. So this give us a lesson. Okay. The normal day, that's why I always say that the truth may not be used in 1,000 days, but cannot no practice even one day. Can you catch me?
Yes, yes. That
兵
means
可
we
以
must continue to practice.
Yeah, yeah. 兵 in Chinese we say 兵可以千日不用啊，但是不能一日不练啊。Although no war, but the troops still have to practice every day. Same thing, apply the truths. Same theory, same reason as apply Dharma. The Dharma may not be used in 1,000 days, but must practice every day. So every day is the cause. When you apply in daily life or in emergency disaster, that is the effect. Cause and effect. The cause is in process. Effect is in result. So you want to estimate how the result is. It's very easy. You can see how you prepare and practice in normal days. True or not? So this is the mindset and ideology for our doing Su Ching, right? Everybody report to master for the charity work they do. Every branch office is doing very well, right? So this is a good thing. But how long you can continue to go? How good you can do? We don't see the result because everybody show the result to master is good. No one to show the photo to master is bad. No. But we want to know how to say okay. We want to know how powerful this contact point or this branch office is. We can see their normal days, how they do the Su Ching works. Yeah. Do you comply master's teaching or not? 你有没有依教奉行啊？ Not only do what you want, you are happy to do. No. Since you follow Master Ching Yen, what you want to do, you have to recognize by Master Ching Yen, right? Everybody doing the charity work in Su Ching is meaningful, but doesn't mean this mission you do is under Master Ching Yen's recognition or approve. True or not? So if you see the TV, Master praise some branch office. Wow, they do very good. They do very good. They praise. Of course, must praise. Of course, must be very grateful for Master Ching Yen to say. Because what you do is meaningful. It's a good thing. But doesn't mean what you do is under my recognition. Because you didn't ask me. You just do as you like. True or not? That's why these few years, when Kuala Lumpur branch office, your 4-in-1 senior volunteer come back to Taiwan or any group from Kuala Lumpur office come to Taiwan to meet master, you all always emphasize 上人我们很听话啊 Master Ching Yen, we all in compliance with your teaching. and your guiding, right？这个叫做内行啦。内行英文怎么讲啊？我不会讲啊。内行英文怎么讲
Internal cultivation.
啊？
Internal
这就是
cultivation.
内修。
这个不容易学。内行看门道，right? Yeah. The normal people see the outlook. Wow, very good. Everybody do charity work. Wow, so nice, so touching.
嗯
But the people who knows the details, know the secret, yeah, in his mind, he is very clear, right? That's why we say, for cultivation to say, the process is our final goal. 目标，过程才是我们的目标啦。The normal days, the process is our goal, our future aim. But the goal and future aim is only a process in our life. Can you understand this? This is the reason. In Chinese, we say, 学佛的目标在过程啊。Learning Buddhism 的重点怎么讲？重点 the key
The
point,
goal of
the
learning
core, yeah,
Buddhism
the core value for Buddhism is in process.
is in the journey.
Yeah, in the journey, in the normal days, not in the result. Just now I say everybody can show very good result, very good touching story to Master Ching Yen. All the branch office look the same, right? But you want to know who is stronger, who is more powerful, who is more energetic, you have to see the normal days. Not the day when they come back to meet Master Ching Yen, right? This must have long time experience, then can analyze this reason. Okay, what time we should stop?
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock. Okay.
8 o'clock. 8
So we
o'clock.
still have some more time. Do you want to do the double way interaction or Q&A? Today no topic, right? Today we have no topic.
Yeah, today we have a cozy chat.
Yeah.
A cozy chat with Brother David. So we'd like to invite, so I would just like to have a question, Brother David, meaning as what you share with us, there is no condition to enter Myanmar. 没有那个缘呐、
对
to enter Myanmar.
对 You know one reason. Some poor country, there are so many poor countries like Mozambique, right? Mozambique also very poor, right? We have more than 10 countries in Africa. We have office there, we have volunteer there, right? They're also very poor, right? But why we have opportunity to go there to help them to build a school? 23 schools in Mozambique, right? This is our long-term plan. Not only when disaster happened, immediately we reach there to do the emergency response and operation, right? But why Myanmar cannot? Myanmar very near to Malaysia, also not far from Taiwan. Even we have intention to assist them, but why don't have? But Africa country they have. Why? Because affinity, right? If Africa country they decline the Tzu Chi go there to assist them, we also don't have affinity, right? Although I'm very poor, I'm in need, but I don't need you. Then even the Buddha there also will say, okay, no way to help you, right? Even the Buddha there, even the God there is no use. So this is something to do with the government. In Su Ching volunteer team to say, it's something to do with the person in charge. Same thing, same reason. So in Myanmar this time, I feel very difficult, because the difficult reason is not only one. Government is because they still have the government force and the rebel. This caused the civil war, right? Still continue. When disaster happen, the rebel forces still the jet fighter, still bombing, right? So this is is the bad collective karma country. 共恶业的国家啦。Collective karma, two kinds. One, collective karma doesn't mean no good, Collective karma 共业有两种。There are two kinds of collective karma. One is good collective karma. The other one is bad collective karma. Right. Malaysia is good collective karma. Anything happen, no need headquarters to assist you. So many branch office entire Malaysia. Immediately go there. Like Mindoro, right? Mindoro is small contact point only. But big flood happen. Immediately from West Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur, 200 people go there. So this is good collective karma country. Myanmar, not only the government forces and rebel forces problem, not this issue. Another issue is our working permit already declined, didn't pass. That means you want to do the charity work, it's not legal, and we cannot wear the uniform. So this second issue. The third issue, Myanmar, our volunteer, our manpower is less. It's not sufficient. How you deal with this such big disaster? You compare big disaster and very less manpower, that become a so big different gap, right? So based on these three issues, not only me, must also feel difficult. That's why our CEO office, this few days is our holiday, 4 days holiday, right? Normally, if something happened, big disaster in international, right? We cannot take leave. We have to stay in the office, keep contacting with the Myanmar teams. Maybe they have the disaster, they have information from disaster, report back to headquarters. We must have somebody stand by there to receive the information and immediately report to master and make decision as well. If you want to send the survey team to Myanmar, this is very urgent, But this time, no, everybody take leave. So you can see, not easy. But we still have to create the opportunity. Okay, we are looking for the good opportunity. That's why we didn't give up. In Taiwan, we still give the people our account number, right, to limit it, to TT the funds, that the people donate the funds to Su Ching. And Su Ching use this fund, right, use any other way, send to Myanmar and let the Myanmar local team purchase the living material and do the relief works. I think this is only one work we can do there. So this time the Myanmar disaster is something very different from the before. Yeah. Okay.
And then so much, Brother David, for giving us this insight because, recently, because of the disaster, we also have our public members asking us, when can we donate? How come there is a 分会, have no invitation for donation, fundraising? So now we have a deeper understanding about the condition.
But the attitude we have is we still have to give the account number to the public people because
Yes.
this also the way we cultivate their compassion and loving and caring through this disaster, right? We still receive their funds. But how to
Yes, through the
do,
global charity.
global charity. And how to do this, we have to see how Master want to do it. Because Master has her wisdom, although difficult, but we still want to help the poor people there. So the more difficult situation, the more wisdom we have to use, said by Master Ching Yen. So we didn't give up. We still wait and see any good affinity arise. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. And so much, Brother David, for giving us a first-hand knowledge and
End of
insight
month,
to the situation.
I will go to KL because of the I participate the last two shows of the Thai TV station, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I supposed to follow them the
Looking
whole
forward.
trip. I supposed to follow the whole trip, but I feel something complicated. I prefer participate the last two show only.
Okay, we look forward to that.
Yeah,
We look
yeah,
forward
yeah,
to
yeah,
seeing
yeah.
you in KL.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, we
Okay.
still have 10 more minutes. We'd like to open the floor to our brothers and sisters who have any questions for Brother David. Can we seize the opportunity?
Yeah, can.
Sister Yvonne, do you have any question?
Yeah.
Or
No,
Sister Effie? Sister Yvonne.
这一位是谁啊？这一位是土耳其嘛，对不对
Sister Yvonne, no, Malaysia.
？Malaysia
KL
啊？
Selangor.
哦
Yes.
哦哦，谢必还啊。哦
Okay, Sister Yvonne.
not not really lah, because we always say like country not enough volunteers, right? Sometimes we will have internal disaster mobilization, just like when Ukraine they were in war with Russia. But I guess Myanmar is a bit different is because of the political situation. Because country that don't have enough volunteer, we still mobilize and send ma. So the key difference is because of the political situation in Myanmar, is it?
Even when this earthquake happen in Thailand, we still get so many recent news from Thailand. But in Myanmar, nothing, because the internet and so many technology very poor in Myanmar, right? So how you do the emergency response, right? You want to do the emergency response, you must have the new information, the latest information all the way, right? So difficult. But at the beginning, maybe we cannot do anything. But maybe after that, right, after some days, maybe Myanmar government feel, wow, Tzu Chi, they have very good experience for the international relief, right? Including the emergency response or the short-term, mid-term, and long-term project. If they understand, they realize what Tzu Chi to do in international. I think they will do their best, try to invite Tzu Chi to go there to help them. But I think they are too busy now because civil war caused them very busy. They don't have time to understand what Tzu Chi is. This depends. This affinity we have to. That it depends, right?
Okay, cảm ơn Sister
Okay.
Yvonne for the question.
Okay. Okay.
Any more questions for Brother David?
See you end of this month. I will give
If there are no
sharing. I
questions,
will give sharing at your diligent date.
okay, we look forward to that.
Yeah, April 27,
27,
right?
对，27号，
April
对。
27, yeah. Me and Brother Lin, he he retired from the Taiwan, the number one published company, and now transferred to Tzu Chi. 林天来师兄啊，林天来啊，
哦
天下杂志啊，台
，OK，
湾不是有个天下杂志吗？那he is the boss of there, but he retired. Then Tzu Chi Foundation recruit him to participate 出去 in 人文中心的人文职业中心的。We went together. We will be together there on 27. See you that
Okay,
time.
how we look forward to that.
Okay, see you that time.
Diligence Day to see brother. Okay, so if there are no questions, we come to the end of we'll close early today, and we come to the end of our session. So we want to say感恩 to all the brothers and
Okay.
sisters, and
Okay.
especially
Okay, see
to
you.
Huang Shifu and also Brother David Liu for the heartfelt and wisdom sharing. Thank you, brothers and sisters,
Huang
for your
Shifu still
presence today.
online? Is
Huang Shifu is no.
still online?
Huang Shifu no longer online.
No longer online. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we want to end the session, and we hope everyone, can take a piece of Dharma joy from Master and Hualien to our life. So we want to invite Brother David to lead us in making 3 bows to the Triple Gem and Master as we depart to apply these teachings in our daily life. Let us pay our respect to the teacher of life's universal truth. Brothers and sisters, please rise. Palms together. First bow. Second bow. And third bow. And also a bow to our beloved Sifu who could join us today. 感恩大家，感恩 Brother David, 感恩黄师傅, and 感恩 all the brothers and sisters. Have a wonderful weekend. See you all again next week.
And bye-bye.
Bye-bye.